are you going to show us how to do
a little bit of the
walking?
A little race walking
yeah,
tutorial.
Heel toe, yeah.
It's almost like you're walking on a tightrope.
Okay.
And it's really getting the hips going, and then you just got to power it going. You got to pump those arms a little bit.
I absolutely love this film.
Get into that. We're giving wrestler.
Hello. Hey, made it.
We're
going. We're going.
First of all, talking to Robbie about this project, I love the way he moves his hips. So thank you for making him learn how to use
Literally,
his hips.
she was just
Really
like,
appreciate
oh,
it. I'm like, I could watch
Robbie's
this
doing a
all
little
day.
bit of...
That was the reason why we made the movie.
the point of the movie.
Yeah, just to unlock Robbie Amell's hips. That's really what it came down to.
It was more you saw the potential in him.
Yeah.
And you went, we need to get this wiggle
Listen,
going.
I appreciate it.
This guy's a thoroughbred who just needs to be let out of the barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but I have to say congratulations on this film because it was just a good, feel-good film to watch. And I enjoyed it. I needed something like this. So, and it's funny and it's smart. The script is incredible and we both absolutely loved it. So, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It seems, it's very clear, like, it seems you guys were aiming for that sort of sports comedy, light sports comedy that we all kind of loved growing up. When you guys were at Slamdance, you must have felt pretty good knowing that you hit the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, you never know until people start watching it, right? So that that Slamdance screening was like our first time in front of an audience. It went really well. I think doing a lot of the festivals we did, it was interesting because like you get so many really good and important and heavy movies at festivals. So we were definitely kind of counter-programming when it comes to some of those. So like we really didn't know how people would react, but luckily they seemed to like it.
Yes.
So why race walking? Was that something of an interest before?
Consider myself an amateur race walker.
So we wanted to do a sports comedy at some point. We knew we wanted to do that, but Evan Landry, who's one of our best friends, writer on this movie with us, producer on this film, he saw it. Like he saw race walking, and he was like, "We're doing this."
What do you mean he saw race
walking? He saw
walking?
a clip of it like on the internet and was like, "We're doing this." Like, and he likes to bring up the point, being the good producer that he is, that it's like you're also looking for something that you can actually do with not a ton of money, like a sports movie that you can, and race walking, not huge crowds, not the most popular, famous sport in the world. So, he sort of came to us with it, and then the three of us sat down and just kind of broke the story from there.
You know what came to my mind first is that breakdancing, the Australian lady in the river. That's
Ray Gun.
You're thinking of
Ray Gun.
Yeah, that's it. I was like, that could be part 2.
You guys have been, you've known each other for ages, right?
Yeah.
How long have you guys known each other for?
Too long.
Too long for sure.
Since we were like 2,
Yeah.
probably.
For real?
Yeah, 2 or 3. Yeah.
And so has it been like your entire lives where you've been like, we're just making movies. We're gonna make movies.
No, definitely not. It wasn't. We were just in high school. We just hung out and did high school stuff, and we did love movies, obviously, but we went to school. We went to school together. We both studied film at U of T, but it wasn't like our, it wasn't like, it was still like a BA. Like we didn't go off to film school to do it. It was really near the end of university, I think, where we started to be like, maybe this is something we could do. Maybe we have a knack for this kind of thing. Yeah. It wasn't until then, though. We definitely weren't those guys in grade 7 that are like, we're going to make movies. Definitely not.
Yeah.
But the scripting, I feel like this has been part of you guys for a long time because it's so smart the way you guys written.
And so natural, too.
Yeah.
Good.
Yes.
I'm glad you think so.
But you do pick up on that, right? Like it's just well done.
Yeah, we've been writing together for a long time, and I think with Kevin and I and Evan as well, we share the same sensibilities when it comes to the kind of comedy and dramas and stuff that we like. We live together forever, so it's like, with characters where it's like that dynamic of like me being frustrated with him or him doing something goofy and me having to deal with it, that's barely acting at that point. But yeah, I think we just approach things the same way. So when it comes to breaking a script or kind of structuring it out, we share the same kind of taste, so that's helpful.
Well, what we like to do here on our show is we pick some film or some photos from your social
Oh God.
and get you guys to, at random, tell us the stories about the photos. So if you like, either one of you guys
It really
can-
is a journey, right?
Yeah.
On your social media.
Go for it. You got longer
man.
arms.
Okay.
Don't be scared.
Yeah, everyone's always like, whoa.
Well, that
Oh God.
That might be the one. Ooh, look at
knowing
that.
each
Yeah,
other
no,
for a
beautiful.
long time.
Beautiful.
I mean,
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. So this
Right.
was. See, this is where Racewalkers come from. This was our house that we lived in for many, many years. It's just.
It's Halloween.
Okay,
Phil
okay.
and
This
the
is not a
boys.
normal
You're
day.
like,
no.
it's just lunch.
Yeah,
So-
just lunch. Yeah.
Phil's Hugh Hefner, and we're his Playboy bunnies. Yeah, and this was Halloween. A few years back,
Yeah.
and we crushed it.
For sure.
You
Crushed
I
Halloween that
mean,
year.
this is the movie I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys crushed that.
Yeah.
That one's R-rated though.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Halloween. A few other roommates there.
Yeah.
You know, we like to do a team costume when we could.
And so all of you guys are, I mean, working together. What's the vibe like when you're putting a script together, when you're on set together? Does it just feel natural? How do you guys handle any sort of conflicts that come up?
Well, we have a shorthand. We can communicate pretty quickly when one of us is like not happy about something or frustrated or whatever. But I mean, that's just going to be like on any movie set. I mean, I think we can just do it faster. Like the thing is, there's a lot of, when you're working creatively, like in this industry, there's actually a lot of time spent like navigating people's personalities, especially when you first start working together. Like, how do I, like, is this person going to be offended by this, or how do I approach that? And like, we actually, between Phil, Evan, and I, and Matt Barkley, our DP, like we've worked with him a lot too. He's a good friend of ours. Like, we don't really have that. Like, we can kind of skip that stage, which is super useful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you know, when you've like fought about like dirty dishes in the sink for decades and all that kind of stuff, there's not a lot of tiptoeing around things, so it's pretty easy to.
Beer can in this shot? Oh, there is.
Yeah, what we got
That's nice. That's a nice touch.
I think for Halloween we should bring these costumes back out. I mean,
It's pretty good, although
This is also us, by the way. Sorry to interrupt. Up here, this is a photo.
the Christmas photo, yeah.
This is a photo of all of us wearing
It was our Christmas photo,
Santa
yeah.
hats. That's a Christmas card.
It's Inception. So are you going to put that up on the mantle? Like, have you?
Oh, like
done-
keep
Oh, it's gonna
incepting
be
it?
photo inside.
That would be a good
That's a
idea.
good idea. That's a good idea.
The only thing that sucked about this was I tried to buy spray to make my hair gray, but I accidentally bought glitter spray. So that was baby powder, which made my night a nightmare because it was just coming off and everything.
You know, one of the great things about your character, and I said this earlier, was the idea that he had this passion and dream of doing race walking, and he found a way to do it. So I was asking this question earlier, but what's your ultimate dream?
I mean, I'd love to be able to just do this. Not this, but I'd love to
do
be able to.
this.
Yeah, well, that was a lot of
Yeah,
fun.
that's
I
good,
do
yeah.
too. Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You're looking at it. This is the dream. This is the dream.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Look, like you know, I'd love to be able to like make movies and
That's your
TV
dream,
for,
yeah.
for life.
You-
It's a tricky industry, and you know, we're lucky that we got to make this one. So hopefully,
Did you learn anything through this process of making this film?
oh yeah. I mean, you learn every time you shoot
yeah.
something. But like you know, this was our first feature, yeah, I mean, you learn a billion things, mistakes you wouldn't make the next time, how to make things like even better. I think as storytellers specifically,
How to crash through a table.
how to crash through a table. Yeah.
Several, actually.
Couple
yeah.
tables,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I learned that.
So you guys were film students. If you're going to go give a talk, a speech at a class, what do you tell them from what you've learned making this film that they wouldn't know from just being in class?
I get kind of squirrely around giving advice like that because everything is changing so fast. I mean, I already but I do think that like you have to write. You gotta like learn how to write, and it doesn't. And by that I mean like you gotta find a process for yourself so that you can like people write differently. They gotta, some people, like it's just a different process. Some people like speed write drafts and then come back to them 6 months later. Some people go through it methodically, but like find your way of writing and learn to write in an effective way for you, because like you're gonna have to do it. You're just, especially if you wanna do like movies and TV when you're starting out, you're not gonna have the money to acquire rights to other people's stuff. And you're not gonna have you're gonna have to write. I mean, that's gonna be the backbone of you self-generating all your stuff. So like that, it's a really like unfortunate, boring piece of advice because like nobody wants to do it, but it is true. Like you got to do it.
Yeah, definitely is like the foundation on how to like tell stories in this format. I would also say, I mean, it's so hard to make anything. Finding your team, I think, is important. Like there's going to be people that come in and out, and every time you make something, you're going to work with new people that are really fantastic, but like a movie like this doesn't happen without a really good team of like a lot of people donating their time, working for low rates,
and believing in the project,
believing in the project, sharing your taste. I think is a key thing there. Like,
Okay, let's pick another one.
Oh God, okay.
Well, it won't be this.
Okay, so that's from the movie. So that's a less embarrassing story to tell, I would say, than the Halloween one. Yeah, I mean, I think the theory behind this one was this is part of our training montage.
Yeah.
And he's got a weight vest on. So I think what we were building a little bit in that was like adding weight over time to make his training stronger and then running out of weight. So it's just me.
But this is also like your friendship. Even though you're shooting, it's kind of...
I look angry, so that's correct. Yeah,
I would believe that you were like, oh yeah, that's just a snapshot, of us on the weekend.
We've done some piggybacking home from the bars.
Yeah.
When we were younger, that's happened.
Yeah, it might mess up your back now.
Yeah.
If you were to write a story about you two and your friendship, what would the title be?
Oh, we did a web series called Short Term Sentence before this. That was a bit of that. I mean, it was ridiculous, but
we're also the worst at coming up with titles.
Big Little Guys.
Big Little
that?
Guys. That was
Yeah. Okay. Something like that.
Sure.
I'm a big fan of sports montages. What movie do you think has the best training montage, aside from yours?
Okay, so there's a couple. Yeah. We recently rewatched, in terms of like comedy, we recently watched Major League and Major League 2, which are both awesome in different ways. They got a banger of like a comedy / training progressing through the season.
Yeah.
Montage. There's also
Rivalry.
Yeah, Heat Robbery's got some good stuff. What was the?
I mean, there's Rocky, obviously. That's
Yeah,
like the
I mean,
classic.
like the
That's
classic.
Rocky 4 for me is that, like, that's the one.
That's a good one. There's a really good one in there's the basketball that Adam Sandler.
Hustle.
Hustle's
Yeah.
got like
that was
like a really
that was a good one. Creed.
Yeah.
Creed's got a really good one. That's a more recent one. Yeah.
I mean, it's like it's one of those things like you need it in a sports movie. Yeah. Like there's a long history of like really good montages. So I think we did too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys were holding
Nailed
this
it.
down for race walking, so it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. And our last photo.
All right. What do we got here? Oh, that's not bad. So that was just a moment where Robbie and I were secretly trying to steal a kiss, and then the cameras were rolling. So now it turned into our poster.
Yeah. I love it. That's basically it.
Yeah.
He said, when he got this script, he got the info about the movie, and he was like, I'm in, we got to make this happen. What is it like having him on board pushing for this?
Hugely helpful.
But it doesn't happen
Yeah.
without him and his partners at Collective. I mean, they.
So what made you want to approach Robbie about this project?
So we'd seen the stuff that, I mean, they made Code 8, which we thought was fantastic, and just the work that they'd done, the things that they'd made, we were like, we knew that they were as good as it gets, in terms of a production company that has good taste, and then their approach to us was like, we're gonna help you make this movie as best we can. And then if we can't get it over the line, then all the rights revert back to you guys. And like that level of professionalism and honesty, like we just knew that they just wanted to make the movie, like they just wanted the movie to be good. And so for us, it was like, boom. I mean, those are the people you want to work with, and they're the ones who were like, also, we want you two to direct it, because that wasn't originally part of the plan, or that's not what we didn't think that we were going to get that.
I don't think anyone would let us do
Like
that.
you wanted to do it, but you weren't sure.
Yeah, I mean, I think we assumed that if we could put the pieces together to actually make this, then one of the requirements would be to bring on a more experienced director. You know, when we did the project that preceded this, Short-Term Sentence, we directed that series. But I don't know, we just didn't think that was going to be on the table. And I mean, there would have been, I think for us too, obviously some benefits of not having to do all of it.
Yeah, literally, yeah. So as the directors, was this film everything you wanted?
Yeah, I think I mean, there's always things. I mean, this is our first.
You can
feature.
only see the warts. You know what I mean?
There's
Like,
always
it's-
things that nobody notices that like Phil and I are like, you know, but like that's anybody, right? I mean, but I think the things that we kind of did want to do, which was like we wanted to use music in a particular way that was like effective, maybe a little bit more effective than is usual for comedy sports movies, and I think we did that, and we're sort of proud of that, and so like totally we walked the line that we wanted to.
Race walk the line.
You know what? That's great.
Yeah,
Race
you
walk the line.
really got that across. If you're gonna do an actual, if it's like you versus Robbie, real life, who's taking it? Who's taking it in a race walk race?
I don't know. It'd be close.
It'd be tight.
We're both like neck and neck. Like
I'll tell you.
It's serious when you're doing it, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah. Well, at a certain point, like if we're gonna do this all day, let's do it well. You know, it's like there's
These
no
guys
point.
are all hockey players and like super competitive. I'll tell you.
You're a hockey player too, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
There
Robbie
was,
and I played on the same hockey team.
Did you?
Yeah, same men's league team. Yeah.
Yeah, which we obviously told them not to do while we were shooting, because
Yeah.
like, you know.
Yeah.
We had a couple guys though, like hockey players as well, that were like our background racewalkers that came and like helped us and trained up to do it. And Terry, one of our guys, he's like a track athlete. He'd never racewalked before, but our coach like thought Kevin and Robbie were like pretty natural at it, and then Terry showed up and he's like, actually
Actually,
that's
that guy.
the guy that could be a real race walker.
That actual track athlete, he's the one who's the best race
Shocker,
walker.
right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We need to put that to the test.
Seriously,
Like,
we're gonna
we
get you
could
to.
go on Front Street and
You want to go?
Get the race going?
I'm down.
congratulations,
congrats, guys.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Well, thank
you.
you. This
Thanks
is
so
great.
much.
This is great.
Can I tell you that form, that race walking form,
It's a lot of hips.
11 out of 10.
Thank you. It's a lot.
Do you find yourself walking that way once in a while? Like you're in
No.
it and you're just like, you know what? I'm just going to do it.
No, I hope to never race walk again. My hips and knees were blasted
I
out.
can imagine.
Is
yeah.
that the big surprise? Because I've obviously just watching them go is impressive, because I'm like, I can't jog as fast as they can walk.
Yeah, yeah.
But was that sort
No,
of?
they fly.
They fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was it a surprise for you how, like, obviously you said your knees and everything was blasted after?
I was surprised how sore I was, because everybody's like, it's way better for your body. And I'm like, oh, cool. And on like day 3, Kevin and I were like, I'm really sore. Like, we didn't want to complain to any other people, but I'm like, are you sore? Yeah. He's like, yeah. He's like, are you sore? I'm like, yeah, this is insane. Yeah. And by the end of it, like, my knees were destroyed. Kev, how sore were we? Sore.
Real sore.
Wait, I'm sure your glutes are strong.
No, don't remember my glutes at all. It was my hips and my knees just dying.
Well, I was watching. When I was
we
watching,
should
I
try
was like, Robbie's got to be a great salsa dancer.
Yeah.
Because of the, you know.
You know, those little like trips here and there. Oh, dun, 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 dun.
Who knew you were getting prepped the entire time?
So it's heel toe.
Yeah, you have to, yes. And one foot has to be on the ground at all times, but supposedly people cheat because it's to the naked
Question I
eye.
had, like, what? How do you know when you are jogging and moving? Like, are there rules?
You can tell. Well, like it's like people try and get away with it when you're in large packs and you can't see people's feet as well. And then like you get warnings, and then if you get enough warnings, you get put in a little like penalty box that you have to stay in for a little bit of time.
Yeah.
It's pretty wild.
I wonder
Yeah.
now for you, like, you know, if people played like football in school or whatever, and they're watching the NFL, they do a little bit of armchair quarterbacking. Now, if you're ever watching a race walker, you're like, that guy, nope, penalty.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think I'll be watching and going, man, I remember how fast, like Evan Dunphy, our Canada's bronze medalist who walked with us, he's just so fast. Yeah. Like you're like, how fast could he really be? And then he takes off. We asked him, we're like, can you show us a little heat? And he just flew. And we're like, okay, never mind. And like, it's impressive to do it for 30, 50, 100 meters. And they do it for 20K, 40K. I'm like, forget it.
Yeah. Well, you know, and it's such a feel-good movie.
Yeah.
Both of us were just like, this is good. This is what you want to feel when you're sitting down with your family and enjoying the comedic aspect of it, and your character being a bit of a meathead and had some of the greatest lines.
A little bit.
Just a little bit. What made you want to do this project and bring it to life?
Kevin and Phil, I had seen a project they did called Short Term Sentence, which was a web series, and it's very much the two of them. They're very funny. Their chemistry, you can tell they've been friends forever. And Jeff Chan, my producing partner, and I, we wanted to work with them. They sent us this script. We had dinner. We had read the script. We were like, look, this is insane, and we love it, and we will try our best to help you make it. And if we ever get to a point where we can't help you anymore, take it back and go on your way. Like, we didn't want to stop them from making it if they could. And a year later, we were on set. It was like, which in the movie business is like light speed. Yeah. So a lot of people just read the script, thought it was really charming and funny, and reminded them of the movies I grew up on, like, you know, Happy Gilmore, Cool Runnings, more so Ted Lasso lately. Major League was a big influence for the guys. And yeah, it was just one of those movies where, like, on set, everybody was having a blast.
And that character, were you immediately like, that's the guy, I am that guy?
How much of you are him?
Probably too much. No. I mean, I had the mohawk from The Witcher. It was still growing out, and my wife was like, "Don't cut it. Wear the mohawk." And then my son was really into like the pit vipers and the sunglasses, and I threw those on. And then we were heading to a Blue Jays game, and everybody was wearing pit vipers, and I was in that style sunglasses. I'm like, maybe these are back, and sure enough, that just happened to be. But the whole thing together just felt like a guy who takes himself too seriously, and I could have a lot of fun with that. And Greg Brick, who plays my dad, is so good and so funny, and being able to play off of him and Kevin and Phil and my wife Italia being in the movie, and we only have a scene together, but she hates to improvise, so I started to just change lines up on her, and I can see her like just seething. She's like, she really wanted to lean forward and just punch me right in the face. But the scenes worked out great because even though she hates it, she's very good at it. And it was very fun.
You play hockey, and are there certain type of guys like that in the world of hockey?
Yeah. A lot of less mohawks, more mullets.
Hey, maybe it's in your future. You could.
I could go for a low mullet. Yeah, I mean, look, any professional sport, you're going to have people who take themselves too seriously, and sometimes it's the guy who's the best, and sometimes it's the guy who wants to be the best. But it's fun to be able to take it a little further than reality in a movie like this. But I also like that, you know, Ched is not totally unredeemable. He's like, he can be saved.
He can be saved.
You get a nice arc.
Yeah, so we have some photos that we want to
remember the deal here, but
nothing crazy.
take your pick.
The look, there's
Pick your poison.
nothing dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about sports and hockey?
Yeah, this is my son, Robbie. He was, how long ago was this? This was maybe a year ago, a little less than a year. A friend of mine works at CCM and was like, I'm going to send you some stuff to match your son. So we got matching sticks and skates and gloves, and I thought it was really cool. Robbie thought it was even cooler, which there's no better feeling than being the cool dad. And this is all I do now. This is pretty much my life. I just play hockey with my son. My wife keeps telling us to take a break. She's like, he's gonna play too much, and I'm like, I don't disagree, but she's in Winnipeg shooting right now, and I'm like, Robbie, what do you want to do today? Because you don't have camp. He's like, let's go do stick and puck.
Oh,
nice.
You can't say no to that,
yeah,
right?
So if you want to do it, I'm in.
What is it with hockey players right now, too, with off-campus, all these...
Heat of rivalry,
big
hockey's in.
What is
Hockey is
happening?
in.
Is it really?
Well, all it took was romantasy to make hockey cool.
Maybe you will be growing your mullet out pretty soon. A couple of hockey girls. You know, it's lovely seeing the the father-son athletics here. You've got a bit of a strange mirror of it in the movie, the father-son athletics. What kind of a...
I'm not quite as hard on my son as Greg Brick's character is on me, Kurt on Ched. But I mean, it's tough to coach your kid, because I also help coach his hockey team, and like I've had to tell him before, I'm like, when I'm screaming, I'm not screaming at you because I'm mad. I'm screaming at you because you're on the ice and you can't hear things. And like we've told that to all the kids. We're like, we're not angry screaming. We're screaming because you can't hear us. I'm like, if you're on the ice and I'm like, Robbie, change. Like, you'll never hear me. I have to be like, Robbie, change.
You know, one of the things I love about Will's character in this is that he had a dream and he wanted this to happen one way or another. So I guess I could ask you both.
Yeah.
What is your ultimate dream?
You know what? I'm living the dream right now. I have an amazing family. I have been blessed with a very exciting and fun career, and I'm very lucky to be where I am. I have goals and aspirations, but last thing I want to do is sound greedy, because I'm very happy with how life is.
That's awesome.
That's so sweet.
Yeah. Are you going to ask me?
Yeah, what's your...
Literally just to have him grow his mullet out. That's my ultimate dream. I want to see the hockey movie.
You can take one of the other two. Yeah. We're talking about the mullet.
This is some effort right here. This is a guy
who is he to you?
This is a guy whose knees and hips are exploding in pain.
You're not acting there.
No, this was our final day of race walking. It was day 5. I think I did something to my body on day 3. But also, like, it's the end of the race, so we're supposed to be giving everything. So that's just acting right there.
Yeah.
It's good acting.
Is there anyone that you pulled from in life to create this character?
No, but when I was talking to Evan Dunphy, our Olympic race walker, he said there is a guy. I can't remember if he said he was from Norway or Sweden. He was from somewhere over there, and he was like, you have a little bit of him. He's like he's a little extra, not in a Ched way, more in like a fun way for the fans. And like when he's getting close to winning a race, if he has enough leeway that he knows he's going to win it, like somebody in the audience will hand him a Viking helmet and he puts it on, and like I think that's very fun. A little bit of fanfare is cool.
I like that.
It's like a celly in hockey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the swagger.
The swagger, yeah.
It's got a lot of something. Oh, this was great. This was our premiere at Slamdance. We won the grand jury prize, which was very cool and not expected. And this was just really cool. This was our first time sharing the movie with non-friends and family. So everyone's smiling, but there's some nerves under these smiles, and it was very cool. We screened the movie for a full crowd, and people laughed when we hoped they would laugh.
Yeah.
People cheered when we couldn't believe they cheered, and just getting to share it with all of these people was so cool. This movie was, we did not have a lot of money, and it was a movie built on friends and favors and family. And I think you can feel that when you're watching the movie. Everybody is having a great time.
Does it mean more to you when it's something like that? I mean, you said, I got to be involved in this right away, fast-tracked it to production, and then because it was such a close-knit group of people, that you were kind of like stepping into this, all these relationships already existed. Did it mean that much more when you guys not only got to screen it, but got recognized for your efforts?
Yes, all the way up until does it work? And like, if it doesn't work, it hurts a little bit more, because like, you know, you're making it with friends and family and you're taking a chance, and people are taking a chance on you and doing something for less money than they normally, like people are coming out, and it's a lot of sweat equity. And it felt so great when it worked, and having everyone take pride in this movie. And you know, Greg was like, this is one of the most fun I've ever had on a set. And this is Greg Brick, who played my dad, is like one of the best actors I've ever met, and is one of the most accomplished actors I've ever met. And for him to say that, and really see that he means it is very cool.
Right on.
I gotta know that feeling of watching the film for the first time, a completed film, because there's a lot of pride in this project. That feeling for you to be involved.
First cuts are tough.
Yeah.
And you can sense that it's there, but you're like, is this gonna work for everybody, or am I just liking it because of the memories of shooting it? So it was more the first time I saw it with an audience that was like, it works. People love this. We did it. So that one meant more than seeing it for the first time with friends. I was like, I think we have it.
Okay.
I was like, because we saw. I remember we screened it. We were on a group trip somewhere. We literally took Jeff and his wife, me and Natalia, our friend Alex who produced it, 2 of his friends. There was like a group of about 16 of us. Chris Pare and his wife, like we all loaded into a hotel room and watched an early cut of it. And some people were very aware of the movie, worked on it, and other people were just like, okay, let's watch this movie about speed walking. And it killed. And we were like, okay, it's a friendly screening because they're all friends and family, but I think it was genuine. And then Slamdance really brought it home.
Yeah, man. Well, you guys did it.
Yeah.
I'll say for sure you guys did it.
Thank you.